Where's TK today?
In the bustling metropolis of Kearney, Nebraska.
Yes, wonderful little town.
Population of about 52,000 people.
Was not aware.
Bigger than we thought it was going to be.
But that'll be week 32. We're talking about week 30.
Week 30. We spent the whole week of 30 in Kansas, starting at Fick Fossil Museum, I believe.
It's an interesting museum. They had 20,000 shark teeth.
Yeah, they had all the shark teeth.
Yeah.
You couldn't find any more anywhere.
They were all taken up. Fix did some exploring around the area, and they created this little museum, and it was a cute little museum for the town.
Yeah, it was free, and it was very informative.
What town was that in?
Shoot, I'll tell you in a minute. Oakley.
That was in the town of Oakley, Nebraska. Kansas. Something like that.
While looking for things to do along our route, Google suggested the Little Jerusalem Badlands State Park. As we approached, all we could see were these flat open plains. But as it turns out, that's the interesting feature about this park. The Little Jerusalem Badlands was established in 2018 and opened to the public in 2019, making it the newest state park in Kansas. And all of these Niobrara chalk formations were below ground level. There are about 2 miles of overlooked trails around the park, but a guided tour is necessary to access the trails into the formations. I really like how they offered these chalk posts near the entrance for people to scratch in hopes that they don't actually deface the monuments themselves. All in all, it was an interesting stop and worth the $5 fee.
And from there, we went over to Monument Rock on our way to the Boondocker location. But that was really cool too.
Yeah, Monument Rock was where they found a lot of these fossils, a lot of the shark teeth, which gives evidence to continent shifted, that this was actually all underwater. So there were sharks constantly shed their teeth as just part of their growing process. And there were tons. We looked all over for some, but
yeah, we did.
Never found any.
We didn't find anything, but did find some really cool fossilized shells, and just the formations themselves. They were all chalk formation from compressed organic sea material.
Here we are at Monument Rock. That's not Monument Rock. Monument Rock's actually the other side of this. But this is all part of the structure. It's very interesting because there's nothing out here. It's completely flat within 100 feet for a very, very long way. But they have all of these, I'd call them hoodoos, maybe mesas, but they don't call them that. They call them monument rocks. We're out here hunting shark teeth. There in this location, 12,000 shark teeth have been found back to the age before the tectonic plates shifted. So you can literally pick them out of the rock if you can find them. Never found any.
We didn't find anything.
Our Boondockers Welcome that time was in
Quinter,
Kansas.
Well, it was a very small town. It was closed.
Oh my gosh, it was totally closed. They rolled up the sidewalks on Saturday. I mean, we walked through the town and it was like a ghost town. Well, this town is creepy. It's completely closed up on a Saturday night. The Asian market was closed. Even the family market is closed. I mean, on a Saturday. Very ghost towny.
And we walked, I think, the full town in about 10 minutes. And then Sunday, everything was closed on Sunday, of course, too. Well, before we leave that reactor, the Boondocker location, wanted to mention that sandstorm, dust storm they call it, I guess. We've been seeing a ton of thunder and lightning storms. Very few have gotten very close to us. But we sat out on our lawn chairs and watched this thunder and lightning in the distance, and it was really pretty. And then we got some alerts on our phone that there was a dust storm coming. Never been in a dust storm. And all of a sudden, yeah, there's a lot of dust. My face is getting very exfoliated.
Yeah.
And I'm crunching.
Teeth are gritty. Yeah. Well, the dust storm has come. There was quite a storm coming in, and we've got radar warning things on our phones that said dust storm warning. It is dusty, man. These red skies are crazy. The wind is high. You probably can't even hear me right now, but yeah, pretty cool looking though, actually. My teeth are gritty. Urgh.
Yeah, so that was interesting. It was pretty in its own right. Wind really whipped up, and the couple actually that you had talked to came back the next day because, like you said, they were swapping campers, and said that they were actually going to come over and get us because they weren't sure how that storm was going to go.
Yeah, because there were tornado warnings. They were concerned with us, and that's what a small town people do.
Yeah, and that was very sweet. Appreciate that.
Yeah. During that stay, we headed over to Castle Rock to go check out another geographical formation.
Castle Rock, what was interesting about that? Evidently, I had read that the largest spire on Castle Rock had eroded away from a wind and rainstorm. I can't remember the year, I want to say 2001. It's fairly recently, and fell over. So it is still an actively changing site.
There was a geocache up on top of the area looking down on the rocks, and we did some hiking on those areas that gave very interesting formation. So had a very good view because it was one of the tallest areas.
Yes, and it was all made of that similar Niobrara chalk formation.
When we left our Boondocker location, we headed to the North Pole.
Thought it was going to take a lot longer than it did.
Okay, guess where we are.
It's getting cold.
Yeah, it is getting cold.
Could we be heading north?
We are heading to the North Pole.
North to the North Pole.
There we go. I'm not sure if you're aware that Kansas has a North Pole. It actually looks like a little section where there used to be a building maybe, and it got burned out, and they just kind of made a little fun attraction.
Do you remember there was a McKinney or something? What was the name of that town? Wakini.
Wakini, yeah, there you go.
That's not McKinney at all.
No, not even close.
No.
On our way out, Rodney had turned us on to the Cathedral of the Plains. But it wasn't actually a cathedral.
Yeah, no, it was a basilica, but somebody started calling it, so there you are. It's stuck.
It was very pretty. Very nice church. They actually have an audio tour that was a little awkward because they have 4 or 5 different stations that you push a button and it starts talking to you. Unfortunately, some of these audio buttons were right up at the front by the altar, and there were people there that were in silent prayer, and it's just not cool that we thought.
No kidding. You're in silent prayer until it starts screaming, "This church was built in 19..."
Yeah, a little awkward. After that, we headed to Lucas, Kansas.
Oh, right, yes. You went to the bathroom there, right? Which doesn't sound as interesting as it actually was.
All right, here we are in the community of Lucas, and already it's a cool light pole. All sorts of fun little things on it. But what really draws you here is the artsy bathroom. Tom's famous bathroom reviews. Let's see. Here we go. International Toilet Tourism Award. Winner for the quirkiest experience. I like it. Let's look at the girls first. That is something. All the shells and turquoise. Oh, a toilet. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Well, what what do you think? This is the most unique bathroom you've ever seen. It's the best bathroom I've ever seen. Got a wine bottle chandelier. This is cool. I like that wall. Quirky fellows. I've decided. Oh yeah, this is much more dude-like. With the robots, dominoes, chess pieces. The cars, the trains, and of course, the urinal. And the piece of the resistance. That's a fun little mural. Hello. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it was quite the artsy bathroom. Lucas is known for their artistic flair. The bathroom was one of the most interesting for sure. They call it the Bowl Plaza. It's actually ranked on some places, bathroom reviews and stuff. Who knew there was such a thing? But I'm gonna have to start looking this up because, as you know, I do like to give bathroom reviews.
That's funny. And then you went over to the world's largest things museum.
Yep.
Tom was a bit on his own for these last couple of things because I was freaking tired. I was having a hard time keeping my eyes open, so I took a little nap in the truck.
As you can do when you live in your home. The world's largest things is a very small place. There wasn't even anybody in there, no curator or anything, but it's just people who have traveled these areas and made little dioramas and pictures, literally, of the largest things. So if you're in the area, absolutely stop by. If you're not, don't waste your gas. But Lucas definitely has some interesting things to see, so make it a stop.
Okay, very quirky. Old building. Interesting and oddities. The world's version's smallest.
Which brought us, I think the main attraction, speaking of their interesting things, was the Garden of Eden, which I think was the main thing. Like, hey, that sounds interesting, let's go there. And then found all these other things while we were there.
S.P. Dinsmore was kind of an eccentric. He liked to display his political and religious ideas through concrete. And concrete statues. He did take the tour, so she was able to explain to us some of the symbolism that he had throughout the park. He was definitely a conservative. He did not believe in big business or big corporations, that they stole from the soul and sweat of the common laborer. Not only was he an interesting character, he was also buried there.
Yeah, he's got his own little mausoleum in there.
Him and his wife are buried on the property.
And you can actually see him. He's in a glass enclosed or plexiglass or whatever it is, vacuumed area that she goes in and takes you in and flashlight over him so that you can see him, sort of thing.
Yeah, no cameras were allowed in that section, so.
That's all right. Incredibly opinionated and wasn't shy sharing it. But I did have to notice that his mausoleum and him and his name, and then she is underneath and it just says the wife.
Goodness.
It was interesting. He didn't start doing that. Like he was a war veteran and did a few other things. And he didn't start making that property and those concrete figures until he was 64.
Wow. Did you notice all those, I don't know, it's like an outdoor diorama with all those stacked rocks and everything like that? What was that about?
The little garden beside before we went in?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a couple. It was completely separate from this property. This couple started stacking rocks. It was just a little hobby of theirs, and they made little towers with cities on top and stuff, then moved to this area next to this Garden of Eden place.
We did stay at Wilson State Park, beautiful little lake, and this park is interesting because the dry camping, it's free on weekdays, which was great. I mean, it had hot showers, had bathrooms, it had all the facilities that you need. There were definitely hookups, and this was coming into the Memorial Day weekend. I think we rolled out Friday as the park started getting really busy.
It was a good stop. I enjoyed it, just to have a few days. I always enjoy when we have a few days to just kind of chill and sort of nest and be home for a minute rather than jumping from day to day.
And that's one thing nice about living in a truck camper is when the place is nice, we stay.
Yeah.
And we don't have really an agenda, or we don't have a time frame of where we have to be at a certain point. Or we get to a horrible place and we're like, yep, let's bounce. And that's it for week 30.
We're looking forward to seeing you in week 31. And please like and subscribe and follow us along the way. And we look forward to seeing you out there.
Yep. Happy trails.